Jai Guruji everyone. Today we are going to read the fifth Satsang from the book Light of Divinity. The Satsang is about Anita Verma auntie and the chapter goes The Dispeller of Darkness. Most of us wish to walk on the spiritual path. We somehow imagine wrong notions about what spirituality is. We think that spirituality means living in a seclusion in a Himalayan cave or roaming through the length and breadth of a land. We are blissfully ignorant that no spiritual knowledge can be attained unless and until we surrender our ego at the lotus feet of a guru, who alone can lift us from the quagmire of our materialistic environment onto the spiritual path. The word guru means dispeller of darkness. We are submerged in a tunnel of ignorance and darkness, and only a guru can pull us out. The guru is God. A word from him is a word from God. He need not teach anything. Even his presence is elevating, inspiring, and steering. Just his company provides self-illumination. Living in his company is spiritual education. Our holy scriptures are flooded with examples of a Guru-Chela relationship. Our gods whom we worship today had at some time or the other sought the assistance of a Guru when they adopted a mortal form. For example, Lord Krishna sat at the feet of his Guru Sandipani, and Lord Rama had Guru Vashisht who gave him Upadesh, that is the spiritual counsel. Lord Jesus sought John for his baptismal on the banks of the river Jordan. Even Devas have Brahaspati as their Guru. We are very fortunate that in our quest for a Guru, we have been blessed with Guruji, who is divinity personified and is omnipotent, omnipresent and omniscient. Here is a subtitle, A Shower of Blessings. In 1991, Anita Verma auntie suddenly developed a knee problem. The pain used to be excruciating and unbearable. She tried all allopathic, homeopathic and grandma's line of treatment but to no avail. Despite heavy doses of painkillers, the agony at night would keep her from sleeping. She told Guruji of her problem and the compassionate one decided to heal her. Guruji asked for a spoon from the kitchen and placed it on her knees while chanting a mantra. The pain vanished and she never had the slightest twinge even though she climbed a flight of stairs to her third-floor flat and go for a 2-hour walk every day. While on a posting to Kolkata, she got typhoid, which left her with a low-grade fever for a month and a half. She underwent all the medical tests and took a plethora of medicines, but a low-grade fever continued. On hearing of her ailment, Guruji asked for the betel leaves and placed them on her. Incredibly, that very moment the fever vanished. On learning of the impending move to Delhi, Anita auntie was determined to open a beauty salon, as she was a trained beautician and a hairstylist and had earlier worked in a beauty parlor. But Guruji turned down the proposal, saying that beauty parlor would cause her asthma. To her horror, she discovered that in a due course of time, she did become asthmatic. One day her condition became precarious and she was battling for life. She had immense difficulty breathing. She was rushed to the hospital. All the time she was holding Guruji's photograph close to her heart and praying to him to save her. Immediately she was put on oxygen and administered steroid injections. The doctor in the hospital later told her that even a delay of 2 minutes could have proved fatal. When Anita auntie went to meet Guruji, before she could say anything, Guruji spoke, "I have pulled you out of the morass." That was the gospel truth. Subsequently, she would complain to Guruji that the inhalers and the medications were very strong and requested him to help her get rid of the disease. Guruji was annoyed and reprimanded her for reminding him. Guruji knew what the problem was. A month passed and she realized that she had no asthma, which meant no usage of the inhaler. When going on a journey, she still buy an inhaler to be on the safe side. Invariably after the holidays, she returned the inhaler unused to the chemist. The asthma had been eradicated. Once they were at the gathering of the devotees with Guruji, Guruji suddenly placed both his hands on the gentleman's head and they saw rose petals shower down. Guruji did same on a lady's head and a shower of petals fell again. The lady pulled out her dupatta to collect the petals. It was a beautiful miracle. On Anita auntie's birthday, Guruji called her forward and in the presence of the Sangat asked her to extend her hands. Suddenly a sari fell on her palms. Guruji ordained that she should keep it in a clean place without wearing it. The sari had the rose fragrance so typical of him, and even though many years have passed, the fragrance remains. Moreover, the Guruji predicted a few years ago that her daughter would get married to a wonderful man. Without auntie getting sleepless nights over her marriage, it happened, and she was happily married and had 2 beautiful sons thanks to Guruji's blessings. Guruji showered his blessings in form of a prasad. Anita auntie have on numerous occasions seen him given a prasad of a pure ghee. Once in a similar fashion, Guruji gave Karapashad to a devotee, and many times they have beheld laddus emerging from nowhere but full of his fragrance. Anita Auntie's earnest advice to everyone is, do not dig shallow wells here and there for getting the water. The pits will dry up soon. Dig a very deep pit in one place, centralize all your efforts here, you will get good water that will supply you throughout your life. Try to imbibe the spiritual teachings thoroughly from one preceptor alone. Drink deep of the wisdom of one man. Sit at his feet for some years. There is no use wandering from one person to another out of curiosity, losing faith in a short time. Follow the instructions of one guru only. If you go to several people and follow the instructions of many persons, you will be bewildered. Remember, from one doctor you get a prescription, from two doctors you get a consultation, and from three you get a recipe for your cremation. One guru will tell you to do a Hanuman's jap, another will tell you to do the jap of a Lord Ram, and the third will tell you to do puja every day. You will be puzzled. Stick to one guru and follow his instructions. Listen to all but follow one. Respect all but adore one. Gather knowledge from all but adopt the teachings of one master. Then you will gain the rapid spiritual progress. Thank you everyone. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, love you Guruji.